Queen Mary of Denmark stood on the sun-drenched stone steps of Gråsten Castle, her eyes sparkling as the gentle summer breeze played with her elegant pastel dress. By her side, Princess Isabella, already blossoming into a young royal icon at just 18, laughed freely, her face a vivid mirror of youthful delight. Not far off, the ever-spirited Princess Josephine chased after her brother Prince Vincent across the lush green lawns, their joyous shrieks echoing against the grand white facade of the historic castle. This was no ordinary royal engagement, no stiff ceremonial parade or high-stakes diplomatic dinner. This was, quite simply, family. And for the Danish royals, a family so often consumed by the weight of duty, titles, and centuries-old protocol, it was a much-needed breath of joy. The news that the royal sisters would be together again at Gråsten Castle for the summer sent waves of delight across Denmark, and indeed, throughout all of Europe's royalty-loving circles. For the people of Denmark, this was more than just a private family reunion tucked behind ivy-clad walls. It was a living testament to continuity, to tradition, and to the profound resilience of the monarchy in the modern world. Onlookers gathered outside the castle gates, many waving the Dannebrog flag with fervor, hopeful for just a fleeting glimpse of the royal children peeking through the wrought iron balconies or Queen Mary herself offering one of her famously warm waves. The local flower shops in nearby Sonderborg had sold out of fresh daisies and red roses by mid-morning, while cafes buzzed with chatter about whether King Frederik would surprise everyone by joining his family earlier than planned, perhaps catching a discreet flight from Copenhagen. Inside the castle grounds, laughter floated through the hedges, mingling with the scent of clipped boxwood and the faint strains of a violin. It was here that the royal sisters, so often separated by the demands of growing up under the public gaze, would once again share whispered secrets, girlish giggles, and long walks through the orchard hand in hand. For Queen Mary, this gathering held layers of emotion. Since becoming Denmark's queen after the stunning abdication of Queen Margrethe in early 2024, she had juggled the immense responsibility of representing a nation with the equally towering challenge of raising 4 children under the blinding glare of international scrutiny. Watching Isabella and Josephine together again, truly together, not just posed side by side for photographers, reminded her of her own sisterly bonds back in Australia, of long summers on the beach, of life before palaces and diamond tiaras. Mary often spoke of wanting her children to have as normal a childhood as possible, though, normal, for heirs to the oldest continuous monarchy in Europe was inevitably a relative concept. At Gråsten, however, normalcy was just a little closer to their grasp. Here they could bike down forest trails without a security convoy, have picnics by the lake, and stay up late roasting marshmallows by crackling fires. Here, Isabella could tease Josephine about her first crushes without fear of it leaking to the press, and Josephine could raid her big sister's closet for hair clips and perfume with only playful scolding as consequence. Danish media captured tender moments that quickly went viral. One clip showed Isabella wrapping an arm protectively around Josephine's shoulders as they walked barefoot across the dew-wet lawn at dawn. Another snap caught Queen Mary sitting cross-legged on a tartan picnic blanket, reading aloud from an old Hans Christian Andersen collection while the children listened, wide-eyed. Even King Frederik, usually dignified and reserved before the cameras, was caught laughing heartily as Prince Christian tried to juggle apples and nearly tumbled over backward. To see these glimpses was to see a family gloriously alive, vibrant, and loving, not just figureheads on postage stamps. Beyond the castle gates, Danes spoke with genuine affection about their royal family's ability to keep such visible bonds. "It's wonderful," said Med Rasmussen, a shopkeeper in Gråsten who had seen the royals many times over the years. "They don't just hide behind the walls. You can hear the children laughing. It makes them human. We love them all the more for it." International observers agreed. European tabloids that typically feasted on royal scandal had only kind words, marveling at how seamlessly Mary and Frederik had transitioned into their new roles while maintaining the warmth of family life. Even British papers, always eager to compare royals, noted the stark contrast to the Windsor family's occasional public rifts. Yet beneath the fairy tale scenes lay a deeper narrative. This reunion of the royal sisters at Gråsten was also symbolic of the monarchy's subtle recalibration in modern times. As Queen Mary grows into her role not merely as consort but as Denmark's constitutional heartbeat, she seems keenly aware of the power of authentic family images. They build trust, soften Republican critiques, and ensure that young Danes see the monarchy not as a relic, but as a living, relatable institution. Indeed, many royal watchers believe these carefully genuine moments are part of a thoughtful long game. By nurturing the bonds between Isabella and Josephine, and by letting the public witness them, the royal family is investing in the future stability of the crown. After all, long after Queen Mary's reign, it will likely be Isabella and perhaps Josephine supporting each other on palace balconies, shoulder to shoulder. In private, insiders say the sisters' bond is fiercely strong. Despite the 8-year age gap, Isabella treats Josephine more like a confidant than a child. She often helps her with school projects, coaches her through shyness at state dinners, and slips her funny notes under her bedroom door. Josephine, for her part, worships Isabella. Her TikTok favorites are full of clips of Isabella at royal events, and she has been known to borrow Isabella's favorite ballet flats despite them being 2 sizes too big. During this summer at Gråsten, their closeness only deepened. Staff reported seeing the girls practicing curtsies together under the archways, as though playing a royal game, each trying to outdo the other with gracious poise. Later in the evenings, they would sneak into the kitchen for bowls of vanilla ice cream topped with local strawberries, giggling about family jokes long after the castle's official bedtime. The magic of Gråsten is more than just personal. Historically, it has always been the Danish royal family's summer heartbeat. Since Queen Ingrid first established it as the family's beloved seasonal retreat, it has been the backdrop to countless royal stories, first kisses, childhood pranks, even quiet tears over heartbreaks. For Queen Mary, it's a way to keep these traditions alive. Her mother-in-law, Queen Margrethe, had once told her that the soul of the Danish monarchy wasn't in Amalienborg's gilded halls but here, where grass stained the hems of princess dresses and where generations learned to sail on the calm fjord waters. This year's gathering took on extra poignancy, with Queen Margrethe now enjoying a quieter life post-abdication, often painting in the north or traveling with close friends. The torch has well and truly passed. Seeing her granddaughters together at Gråsten was, by all accounts, one of Margrethe's greatest joys. She joined the family for several days, delighting in afternoon teas under the great oak trees and even sketching the girls as they posed, laughing and draped across an old wooden bench. Her presence reminded everyone that the royal story is a long tapestry, each generation stitching its chapter with love and memory. As the sun set behind Gråsten's turrets on a particularly golden evening, local photographers captured a breathtaking scene. Queen Mary, Queen Margrethe, Isabella, and Josephine standing together, arms linked, silhouetted against the blazing sky. It was a portrait of past, present, and future, a dynasty bound not just by crown and constitution, but by something far deeper, the unbreakable threads of family. So what does this joyful reunion mean for Denmark's royal family moving forward? More than just a happy family photo album, it is a living promise that Isabella and Josephine will continue to stand side by side, through every triumph and tribulation. That the Danish people will keep seeing themselves reflected in the simple, very human joys of their royal house. And that Gråsten will always echo with the laughter of royal sisters, today, tomorrow, and for countless summers to come. If you enjoyed this incredible royal story, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment telling us what you think. Do you believe these genuine family bonds are what truly keep modern monarchies alive?